And there we are. I have basically turned, come on, focus. There we go. I've basically turned this styrene into a putty solution, and it actually feels exactly like putty would, except whenever it dries, not only is it going to be the exact same material as the surrounding plastic, but it's going to be the same hardness, because it's the same material naturally. And the other thing is, it takes a long time for this to dry. Right now, I've already given it about maybe 15 minutes to set, and I can still kind of make indentations with my fingernails on the surface. One thing that helps drying, though, is if you do like this whenever it gets dry to the touch. If it's the less shiny it is, the faster it's going to dry, because whenever you have a matte surface like this, then you have thousands of individual bumps, and that's kind of like a radiator. It radiates all of the moisture, or rather the solvent, quicker than you would in a glossy situation. So since if you do use glue like I've been doing to do this, then you're going to want to do this so that it'll dry faster. But I'm going to leave it to set overnight, and then I got all three of these done basically. All four of them rather. I can't count either. I've got all four of these wings filled as far as this part here goes. So I'm going to set them aside and do something else. I think what I want to do is finish the interior surfaces of the wings. Right now I still only have this one done. But I did do something though in the meantime. I did create a new groove right here. I widened the hole and the groove situation right here that was molded into the kit to allow you to thread wire from the engine port to the interior of the spacecraft, so that you can so that it all comes together and attaches to the single lead. Anyway, but I have two extra lights per wing, the wingtip light and the floodlight, so I had to widen that hole, and that way all the wiring can reach the center of the ship. So anyway, I'm going to cut this off yet again, and I'm going to start doing all this plate work here, and I want to try to at least get this plate here and this one here and these and this base looking thing here, this trapezoid as I called it before. I want to get that finished tonight at least, and then see where we go from there. So I guess I'll just cut you off again. I have the power. Man, I am so tired. So anyway, see you in a few. Okay, I got pretty much all I wanted to get done tonight done. Mainly what I wanted to do was get these areas right here finished. Aside from this piece right here, I'm going to cast that tomorrow night probably, and I guess use that as an opportunity to show how to cast something in resin. And anyway, I didn't get them all done actually. The conduits here are not done, but that's because I ran out of 0.01 by 0.03 let's see, 10 thousandths by 30 thousandths styrene strip. And I have some other strip right here, but this is 10 by 40 thousandths, and the difference is noticeable. So I'm not going to just half bake it. I'm going to go the distance. So I'm going to wait until I go to the hobby shop tomorrow, get some more strip styrene of that size, and finish these up. And then I'm going to cast the this thingamabob right here. And oh, and I also need to get some super glue. Need to get some super glue so that I can glue down the LEDs and the leads, so that they don't keep slipping around like they've been doing and causing me trouble. And then once that's done, I can turn my attention to the engines. up here, this part right here. The engine parts that come in the kit are, well, they're not exactly up to snuff. They're the wrong shape for one thing. They are, well, let me get one real quick. Here's the bottom half of one of them. And as you can see, it's rather plain for one thing. And also the shape is not quite right. It's supposed to be one solid tube from beginning to end with no what is this? I guess raised area right here. It's only supposed to raise right. It's only supposed to start raising right about here. So I'm going to get some styrene tube and rebuild these. Unless I can find something in my spares box that's exactly the same diameter as this part, because this part is the correct diameter. It's just this part back here that's not right. Plus, I have to redetail the sides and everything, adding those little pieces of conduit and the little greebles that are all over the thing. But that's not going to be too hard. It's going to be time-consuming and it's going to be tedious, but it's not going to be hard. So anyway, that's what I've got planned next for this build. And but for now, I'm going to call it a night. Well, that's it for tonight. I only got in 2 hours of work, but I think I accomplished much, really. Got the wings, I would say, about 80% complete. I mean, the only thing I really have left to do is cast those pieces. And, wow. You ever have a flash of inspiration? I just had one. See this bit right here? Well, compare. Check this out. This piece right here is identical to this one. Almost. You know, it might have been the case that ILM used the exact same part on both surfaces of the wing. You know, if I'd realized that earlier, I would have just cast this part here and save myself having to scratch build it. But scraping off the old part here, this part here would damage the surface too much. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and cast what I've got here, and instead of using what I'd like to call the easy method. Wish I'd have realized that before I did all this. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty much all I've got tonight. I need to go, like I said, and buy those new buy that strip styrene, and then hopefully they have some styrene tube that's this diameter. I doubt that they do, but you know, here's hoping. And tomorrow, if everything goes according to plan, I will have the wings completed. As well, one other thing I forgot to mention. This area right here, I want to fix this too. This is supposed to have a depression where this rod right here resides, and this little thingy here. So I'm going to, I don't know what I'm really going to do for that. I think I'm going to just take some strip and lay it across there and use that. Someone, I think it was Glorfindel, used C channel to do that, but this wing actually tapers slightly, and so channel would not work for this. I'm going to have to use a styrene strip. I'm just going to sand this completely flat because these parts are here, easy to scratch build, and this right here can be done with just a piece of brass tube. And oh, and also one thing I noticed on the miniature is that this pipe actually curves back under here like so, and connects to something under here. I'm not really sure what. No, anyway. But that's what I have planned for tomorrow, and or whenever I do this again. Hopefully I do it tomorrow. But anyway, that's my plan. Hopefully I get it done. If I don't, you know, there's always the next time. So anyway, until then, peace out, and may the Force be with you.